Welcome
Welcome back,
back,
everyone.
everybody.
So we're on to round six. We've got Law versus Kaido. Now, this will be a very interesting matchup. Law can definitely play the aggressor in this match and deal a lot of early damage to Kaido with the right hand. But Kaido has an advantage over Law in that Kaido's cards remove the board. 7-drop King and 10-drop Kaido in particular can put a lot of work into this matchup because Law, as we saw earlier, needs to have 5 cards on the board, needs to have 5 characters. So this should be pretty interesting. What do you think?
No, I agree, right? So what we're gonna want to see, what Kaido's gonna want to see is Onigashima, and that way he can play 7-drop King, 6-drop King more effectively. Law's gonna want him to not see those cards. And we're starting with the Alt Art Nami. We got some money.
Alt Art Nami, Alt Art Law, swag deck. Oh, and an Alt Art Zoro. Oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna attempt to throw the wallet at Kaido.
I saw the Alt Art leader, and we see the Nami grab the Zoro. Ooh, that's beautiful. Yeah, we do see
Nami
the Bonnie.
and Bonnie.
Yeah, that's
What
a great
an
start for
open.
Law. Yeah,
Yeah, it is. Very strong. All right, we're just gonna go 5 at face. This probably catches the damage here, and it does. Yeah, Law just wants to add these cards to hand. And then are we going to see an Onigashima? We see a tap 3 for Onigashima. All right, so this is a very solid open from both players. Kaido going first, seeing the Oni, meaning that he is on King next turn if he has it, which is going to be very important. Law on 4 energy here is not able to establish a 5-character board and use the effect. So we are restricted a little bit in what we can do this turn. Next turn will be a lot more impactful from the Law.
Yep. And like you said, Law is just the deck that's going to swing for a bunch of 5K. So you're just seeing 5 here. And
is this a Zoro? Yes, it
Zoro.
is.
I like it.
Swing.
And then he's leaving up that 1 maybe to play a blocker, maybe to activate Jory Bonnie. Man, these cards look beautiful.
And, absolutely.
Dealing taking it. Yep, playing the Beige. Wow, dealing 2 damage is very strong though. Putting your opponent to 3 on your second turn is like pretty crazy actually.
It is. We've seen everyone today just take those first 2 damage.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen. I think the only person we saw not do it was a Zoro deck. Interestingly enough.
Yeah. I
think.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say we want to play a King here, but it does tap us out.
Yeah,
which is a problem.
Yeah, considering the fact that you just took 2 damage, you don't particularly want to be tapped out. But I mean, you also cannot let your opponent get to 5 characters next turn because then the shenanigans will ensue. The wombo comboing. Okay, well, it looks like we're not going for a King. We're going to swing 6 at Zoro probably. And are we going to see a 2K? We're going to see a block.
Yep, just see a block. Here. Interesting. So that does remove a character from the board.
It does.
We don't see who's who very often in Kaido decks, but if he had one here, that would be pretty crazy. We do see a Queen, though. Queen is going to do what Queen does. Don -1, draw 2, and then discard a card. Are we going to see the second
discard
Oni?
the island? Yep, there we go.
Oh, there it is. Good job, Queen.
Yep. He did his job. And we have a nice big blocker here. So, the 5Ks are not going to swing very well into this 6K blocker.
Yep. But Law does have enough 5K swings that if one of them gets blocked, that's okay.
It's fine. Yep. And we have 6 Don, 3 characters. If he has a couple more 1-drops, it's going to be pretty easy to establish and swap. If he has like a 1-drop and a 2-drop, he can, like 1-drop, 2-drop, Bonnie swap. He's got some plays. We're going to have to see what goes on right here now. There's Otama.
Right, so we have an Otama, and we can just use the Bonnie as well to kind of peep the top 5 to try and find ourselves something else. Now, I do like this. The Otama means that these 5Ks are actually real.
Exactly.
The Queen
can kill the Queen.
Yep, Queen doesn't work as well this turn anymore.
No.
Now now we're regretting that damage last turn. Just a little bit.
Yeah. Swinging 5. He's got to be.
Oh, well, okay. I guess we're comboing with the Black Maria that just fell out of the hand.
I was going to say, he's got to be considering, comboing something there. I think his setup makes it a little awkward for him because he's trying not to reveal his hand to his opponent. Yeah, his setup makes it a little awkward, not going to lie.
Just a little bit.
I do like his playmat though. It's a very nice playmat.
It's a very nice. I like both of their playmats.
Yeah.
All right, so we see the Bonnie going here. Bonnie looking for another Bonnie or another Zoro are probably the best options here, or Law. I could see Law being very good, but we need Luffy. Okay, Luffy's
Luffy?
Potentially not for this turn. It really depends. Are we gonna have to? We need a 1-drop to go ahead and get the Law going. A 1-drop or a 2-drop. Maybe if he plays Usopp, for example, we could get a good 2-drop on the board and still have the Law leader effect. Yep. We can always swap that Bonnie for that Luffy at worst. So looking pretty good. We're getting a nice free damage from a 5K again.
I just
it does not have.
Gotta play.
Has to play a 1-drop first. There's the chopper. Okay.
Got the chopper. Chabro. Swapping
and
Otama.
Law.
Playing Law. Beautiful. Now what are we gonna pick up? Pick up Zoro.
Pick up the Zoro and right back down with the Zoro.
Love to see it. Equip
Love
1.
to see it. And this is a 6. So gonna need a 2K to get out of this. Probably see like an ulti or a Sasaki drop.
Yep.
Yeah, that setup does look a little hard to use.
A little bit, yeah. I just can't. I'm surprised he just took so much damage in the early game. Now, like for the rest
maybe
of the,
he didn't have a choice.
We did see that last game where he just didn't have a choice. Yeah, we did see that. Kaido can be a little bit of a heavy deck with all those big boss monsters.
Absolutely. And speaking of big boss monsters, we really need one right now.
We do. Yep. I think Queen is knowing your opponent has an Otama. I think this Queen is now an attacker, which is cool because there's plenty of things to attack here. And a 7-drop would be very strong here.
Absolutely. Yeah, 7-drop could clear. You could go ahead and swing with your leader on Bonnie, swing with the Queen on Zoro, potentially bait the blocker, and then take out the Nami and the Zoro. You could actually clear 4 cards this turn.
Yeah.
And Law doesn't have a lot of cards left in hand to be able to reestablish and use his leader's effect. We know one of those cards is a Luffy. We know one of them's an Otama. That leaves 3 unknowns.
Yeah. One of which he cannot counter with for sure. So,
7-drop here is pretty impactful with the opportunity to clear 4 battle cards total, or 4 character cards total.
And it'll leave one up for a Bowler Breath as well.
It will, which is very good. So we're gonna see a 5. I'm curious if he's swinging on Bonnie or Zoro here.
Yeah.
I think the Bonnie is the attack, and we're gonna see a block. Ooh.
Sure, that's fine. More than reasonable.
It's fine. That does tempt one to put some stuff on this Queen and go after that Law.
You really you don't want him to be able to pick the Law back up. Picking back Law and then being able to replay a Law is it's pretty nuts. Because he could pick up Law, play Luffy, swing, and then play Law. It's pretty tough. We got another Queen coming, so no hard clear. And are we gonna attack at all? That's
rough. We could.
Yeah.
I think if Law has the jet pistol for one of the Queens and Otama to shrink the other one, it's gonna be pretty rough.
It's gonna be a great spot. Rough. I think if he doesn't attack, he'll just have enough attackers to plow through them. Honestly,
it is possible. Yeah. I don't necessarily know that the Kaido would be losing.
Yeah.
But the resource drain will definitely it'll hurt.
It would definitely take a lot of resources out.
Discarding a blocker.
Yeah.
All right. That's interesting. I would love to know the Kaido's hand right now.
Yeah.
Oh, thinking about attacking with the Queen. Definitely considering it. At this point, though, since you can't use the King to clear anything else, it might just be better to not attack with the Queen to force Law to just kind of sacrifice a character on the board if he wants to play something else.
Yeah, exactly.
So Law now with a full board.
Yeah, and having three Donna up signifies that could be a Thunder Bagua and a Blast Breath. This is actually gonna be really cool to see. Law has a ton of options, and we're gonna see some shenanigans ensue here. So I'm definitely interested to see what the Law is gonna do this turn.
I imagine attack for 6K.
Oh yeah, attack a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. We do have Bonnie as well. And it looks like we're just going to probably go ahead and get that Bonnie search. Just make the hand bigger. Kind of increase the gap between the Kaido and the Law. Not seeing that 7-drop is so very rough. We are entering 10-drop territory, though.
We are, yeah.
We've got these 2 queens. If we see them just kind of block and die,
we'll know what's
up. Feel like a 10-drop.
Yeah.
But at 2 life, I don't know that 10-drop's very good, because if Law chooses to hold the Luffy, when the 10-drop comes down, Law can just play Luffy, swing with leader, and try to put the opponent at 1 or 0 life when the opponent's tapped out. Let's see where we go with this. Okay, so we have 9 Don left. And see, he wants to play a card, but he'll have to lose a card to do it if he doesn't use his leader's effect.
Yeah.
So we could see a replacement of a Nami. We could see a replacement of a Bonnie. That's not bad. And it looks like, is this 5? I think we are going to replace. Nope, we're going to jet
4.
pistol.
It's a jet pistol.
And I love the fact that he did not use that jet pistol last turn.
Yeah, very, very good.
It was, yeah. The Otama allowed him to set up and get 5 people on the board so that he could use his leader effect. So the patience with the jet pistol was beautiful there.
Yep, and we're in the same position here. Now this queen is a 4K. All of these attacks are going to be much more harder to defend.
Oh, absolutely. And not only, here we go again, the king of 5Ks, Law just doing his thing. We also have the ability to swap. So if he has another copy of the 5-drop Law from the set in hand, he can swap out his Zoro after he attacks with it.
Oh, over combo.
He's starting at 2K
there.
So he could swing with this Zoro. Then if he swings with the Law, it kind of telegraphs that he has another Law in his hand. Put Zoro back in hand, play Law. Put Law back in hand, play Zoro.
Going down to 1 life.
Wow. Going to 1. And, okay. So,
it's
pretty good chance. Pretty good chance we've got another Law in hand. That's not good for the Kaido player.
Man, another 2K.
Drop a Sasaki.
Yeah, Kaido. I mean, the Kaido has like a decently sized hand, but it's like.
Hey, we're gonna put Otama back in hand.
He's gonna lose a little bit of it, and then choose nothing.
I like it. We're not gonna play into that 10-drop.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have another Law, so we're just not gonna play into the 10-drop.
Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, your opponent's at 1 life, so you're still at 3, so you're kind of just like, I'll be okay. I can block with my chopper. If you play 10-drop, I'll be okay. I like it. I do.
Keep the Otama in hand. Just continue to make the queen useless.
Yep.
Queen is essentially a Black Maria in this situation.
Yeah.
Very nice. The Law player is definitely very well practiced.
Absolutely. Yeah. The way he's playing. Very, very high level play.
Kaido.
You just can't afford. Yeah. I was gonna say you just can't afford to 10-drop anymore. Like it's you're at 1 life. It's not gonna go well for you.
Yep. All right. Now we finally see a king come down. This is a card that would have been great a couple turns ago, but now is just probably not going to get as far as he needs it to.
No.
He's debating on whether the chopper goes down or not here.
Yep.
And he's going to take the Zoro out.
I agree. You hit the Zoro. You just make your opponent block, right? I mean.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely, probably attacking with the queen.
Yep.
Maybe not, though. I mean, it's still nice to have a blocker, even if it's small.
Even if it's going to die, right? I think you want to attack the Bonnie for sure.
Yeah, if you can't go after the Law, then the Bonnie's got to go down.
Okay. Is he going to go after the Law here?
Interesting. I don't think 6 is enough. We just saw the Otama go back to hand. So this must be going after Bonnie, right?
6 into Bonnie, though? Why? I mean, 5 would probably be enough.
Yeah, but he might just not have anything else to do with that.
Sure. I think he does have Thunder Bagua and 1 Blast Breath. He might just have 3 Blast Breath as well. Like, we saw him take a bunch of small attacks, and you don't want to just use a Blast Breath to stop a 5K. Like, it's very not good for you. So he might just have 3 Blast Breath in his hand, and that's what was clogging it up in the early game.
Yep. All right. Law's back at 10. Drawing to, I think, 7 in hand, but only 2 on board. So he is going to have to reestablish here. And we're going to go ahead and start by invalidating the queen.
There we go. This one Otam has put in a lot of work here.
So much work. Also, this Bonnie. This is the
Bonnie.
third draw off of the Bonnie.
Yep.
What are we going to see this time? Do we have a Zoro or a Law? Oh, we have a whiff? No. Okay.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh, we do. Ooh.
Wow, we've seen so many whiffs today. We've seen Nami whiffs. We've seen Bonnie whiffs. That's crazy.
Wow, that is
unfortunate. Yeah.
That's very unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, good use of a Don. It happens sometimes.
Sure. It happens, yeah.
Yeah. And then again, the King of 5Ks.
Yep, swinging 5.
I love Law. You have 8 on up. Yeah, just 5. 5's enough.
Yeah. And here we're gonna block. And are we gonna defend or are we gonna let it die finally?
Just gonna let it die, right?
Like saying no, never mind.
It's harder to protect a 4 than it is to protect a 5.
Yep.
We know the Luffy's in hand.
Yeah.
It's been there since the start of the game.
It
is definitely not safe to take this damage.
Absolutely not, yeah. Okay.
Yep. All right. If you are Kaido here, you want this queen to live.
You do, yeah.
Because you need it to win the game.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're going to go Sasaki.
Yeah, it seems like his hand did round out with some 2Ks. And we have Zoro. Swing Zoro.
And Law is back at 4. 1 energy.
Yeah.
Puts him back at 5. So he can do 3 energy to play that Luffy instead. Yeah. And still have 2 Dawn to put on it. So that the queen cannot block. We block with this queen, we lose the ability to potentially win next turn.
Yeah.
But
now does he blast breath? Is he gonna blast breath here? Ulti. Okay. So going to 6. It's a 4.
Why not just use the ulti with the leader?
Yeah, that might have made more sense there. Now he can attack it. It's still 4K.
Yeah.
All right, we got a little chopper. Tony.
And then we're gonna. Yep. And then do we see 2 Dawn? Let's do a swapperoo. Put this Law back in my hand. Play the Luffy, or put this Zoro back in hand. Play a Law.
Law bounce Law.
Gosh.
We got Law bounce Law.
We're just gonna hold it. We're just gonna hold it.
Fair enough.
I love it.
Fair enough. Yeah, I like it. He's very much playing around the 10K. Around the 10 drop, and then.
Yeah.
You know,
if the 10 drop comes down, now we know he has Zoro and Luffy in hand.
Zoro, Luffy, leader swing. Good luck.
That chopper is going to prevent a potential lethal.
It definitely is.
So we're going to have to get it out of the way first. And getting it out of the way means that it's very, very hard to lethal here.
Yep. I still think, 7 drop would be fine here. He's been keeping 3 Dawn up all game. 7 drop would still leave that 3 Dawn up. It would finally clear the Bonnie. It could clear the chopper, or you could just go for the Otama's been putting in work. Maybe you clear her, and then you just force the block with the chopper.
All right, let's see where we're going to go with this. So it looks like we want to put 2 Dawn on the leader.
Yeah.
We have 5 cards in hand. 3 of them are currently unknown. We know there's a Luffy. We know there's a Zoro. We know that Law has a lot of gas in his hand. If I'm Kaido, I'm definitely concerned that I don't get another turn.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're seeing 7. Are we just going after the Law here? Potentially. All right. We'll need a 2K to get out of that. I feel like if this was face, he probably just would have seriously considered taking it, or just blocked with the chopper to prevent lethal this turn.
Yeah, I mean, you want to protect the Law. I mean, it's like the most valuable creature on the board right now. So I'm not surprised if he has a 2K. We know he has two right. He has a Zoro and a Luffy in hand, so that's 2 cards he can't counter with. So,
yep. And he left 2 up, which it could indicate something like what, Red Hawk or Punk Gibson potentially.
Yeah, I'd be kind of surprised if he played either of those. I haven't really seen many Law decks with Red Hawk or Punk Gibson. Maybe Guard Point, but maybe Radical Beam, but nothing. Not the other one.
I haven't seen many Law decks use anything outside of like 2 copies of Jet Pistol.
Yeah, no, you don't see many events in Laws. I agree.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go 8 at the law.
This is
probably just gonna block.
Yeah, pretty good chopper block here.
And then Bonnie gets to survive another turn cycle. Rough.
Or was he going at Bonnie? 8 into Bonnie. Let's do it. No.
I would really like it if that card would go away now. Oh, we're just gonna get out of this. That means we know the last 2 cards in hand.
Yeah.
All right, so that kind of tells us something. Yeah. Unless there's a bit of mind games going on here. It tells us there's a 2K and potentially another 2K, but at least 2 cards he can combo with, 2 cards he can't, or 2 cards he can counter with, 2 cards he cannot. He might be having difficulty reestablishing 5, and that's why he's thinking about not letting the chopper go.
Yeah.
All right, that leaves Kaido with 7 Don.
Your ceiling is much higher if you can swap, but like I feel like his hand is so strong, he might still just be able to like push in, close out. Yeah, because I mean, it's tough. Like you could play Zoro, play Luffy, and then you can still swap. So, yeah. I mean, he's
5 Don up.
5 Don up. Perplexed.
Are we just?
I'm perplexed.
Double Bagua and Bolo Breath, maybe? That's interesting. We have seen this Don kind of just rot down there for several turns.
He's been flooded with his event cards for sure. And we see them all. We might just see them all come out this turn.
Oh, yeah. Very decent chance. Law player is probably very well aware of the threat that Kaido poses.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got Law with Luffy, Zoro, Unknown, and 2 cards with counter power. One of those 2 cards is a 2K.
Yep.
Maybe another Otama.
Triple Otama. Yeah. All right.
We do have Bonnie to get an attempt again.
Yep.
It is unlikely the Bonnie would whiff twice in a row.
Yeah. Well, Zoro Luffy is 8, and then 2 would be 10. So I don't know that. I don't quite
know that he wants to.
Yeah, I don't think he can. I mean, he could not play Zoro and play some. Yeah. Okay. Well, there's 3 resting the blocker.
Yeah. No. Oh, the Higurashi. Yeah.
Yeah. The smaller blocker.
And then we can pay 3 for a Zoro.
Yeah.
And that does leave us with the ability to do a 7K attack, but Law just really likes to do this. Law just loves the 5Ks. Right?
Yeah.
Oof. Do you block here? We have seen only 2K combos from Kaido, unless it was a blocker specifically that he had to combo with. Okay. Definitely not the worst block. I like it. No, this is the first time the Queen has actually been able to just stop something from happening.
Yeah, exactly. And 6. So we're going to go 6 face. We're going to go 6. Oh, we're going to finally put some Don? No.
No, we're going to go Zoro.
Play Zoro.
I love it. Everybody plays Zoro tapped.
Zoro in rest mode. Yeah. What does that card do? It attacks.
It does this.
All right, we got 5.
5K at your leader.
Swap is online. We can, pick up our Law, play Luffy. Luffy attacks. Pick up Otama, play Luffy.
I think you would pick up Izo. Izo is a 2K combo.
You're right.
Law is down to 3 cards in hand.
Oof. Yeah. Kaido is slowly but surely, grinding this advantage out. Not ever attacking life. It's good because this is the strategy we talked about. You want to starve your opponent. Kaido, he probably wanted to see some more hard removal. It would have been a little easier to starve him with resources with some more kings, but he's done a good job of, he's low on life, but he's done a good job of being higher on resources.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, here is our first of probably many.
Of many bolas, yeah.
Yep. All right, that is getting out of a 5K. So extreme over combo. Yeah. That as the Law player, that tells me he's going to out combo any and everything I do. This turn.
Pretty much, yeah. You might as well just swing. He doesn't. Having to use a blast breath on a 9K is tough. Another 2K, okay.
So he used the Blast Breath on the 5K and saved the 2K for the 6K.
Yeah.
That could have had Dawn on it.
Yeah, it could have. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Maybe he really wanted to save the Drake to discard a card from Law's hand.
Maybe.
I really love that X Drake.
Yeah, it's such a good card for sure.
So
we
good.
got Bonnie.
Yep. All right, so we're going to Bonnie now. So whatever the best laid plans of Mice and Men were, we'd really like for a Law to be on top of the deck here.
We would like a Law. And we got a beige.
Yeah, we got a blocker. All right,
Capone.
that's not... Okay, so do we swap Zoro? Okay, we're just going to do it like this.
Okay. Play blocker.
Okay. And then we want to put that Izo back in hand.
I think so. Yeah, it is a 2K combo. And we play Luffy here. And now what are we attacking?
The Queen.
The Queen. Yeah, like when you see the Blast Breath on the 5K, he has another Blast Breath. I don't quite think it matters. Your opponent's gonna Blast Breath again to get out of anything you do.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you attack the Higurashi, you attack the Queen. I don't think it matters. You just protect the card that's being attacked here.
Yep. Even swinging 6 into 3, Blast Breath gets out of that. So, and Bagua, same.
Bagua, same thing.
Yeah. Less than 2 life, get your Dawn back. You're at 10.
Yes. Success.
All
right. And now Higurashi can do his secret move, which is attack. Yeah,
no, with Law at a 3 and like he is threatening lethal. Do you think you go for the board here? This will be the turn you can probably just clear the board. Or do you think you just go face?
Potentially. You can potentially clear the board. You know your opponent has a 2K combo. You don't know what the rest are.
Yeah.
So it's tough, man. It really depends on what your hand is. Because Kaido defended himself that turn, but
not again.
It doesn't mean he can do it again.
Right.
So if you're the Kaido player, it depends on your hand. If your hand is 2 more event cards, yeah, maybe it's time to go for the board here. That Beige is definitely a problem.
That Beige is really doing a lot for him.
It is. And if a Jet Pistol is hiding in life, then we can see like the hardest punish. Every attack has to be at least 7.
Yep.
On the leader because we know the Izo is in hand.
So equip 1 to Queen, equip 4 to Higurashi. That leaves you with 5. So you equip 2 to leader. That's 7, 7, 7.
Yep.
And then King is 7. Yeah, he could probably get out of that. You would need all. Yeah, basically, it's not enough. Yeah, I mean, it's not enough.
Yeah, it's not.
Knowing he has a 2K in hand. Yeah.
Unless he has no more combo power in hand, because you need 3 attacks to connect this turn.
Yeah. Yeah, Beige stops 1, but you also have your burn. So your opponent, you would need all 3 7s to connect. So it's just, I highly doubt that happens.
Yeah, we saw how excited the Law player was when he found that Beige.
Yeah, he was.
Off of the Bonnie. He was very happy to find that Beige. And that Beige could be the thing keeping him from losing this game.
It could be, yeah. Okay.
Oh, and he has a Bonnie. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we really need that Luffy to go down. And unfortunately, short of a 9 drop right here, right now, I don't know that that's going to happen.
Yeah.
We're probably putting Dawn on something, but cannot swing 7 into Luffy.
No,
because he can just get out of it with ease.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that he is attacking Zoro.
He's attacking Beige.
He's attacking Beige.
Yeah, if you attack Zoro, like it's Izo plus another card. So, man. Yeah, I think you can afford to attack with the blocker simply because the Luffy can't be blocked. So
yeah, the Luffy has to go down. But I think you just do you put 2 on Queen? Because you're going to lose 2 blockers in this exchange.
So this is 6 to Zoro, or it could just be 6 to Luffy. It's
probably 6 to Luffy.
Yeah, it's a calculation. I think he's just trying to bait it out of his hand or just kill the Luffy straight up.
Yeah, I think if you put 2 on your Queen and just swing with the Queen on Luffy, then you clear it. Yeah, it probably gets cleared there. And if it doesn't, then you can make this play.
I wonder how much Dawn does he have left? 7?
Yes, he has 7 Dawn left.
So he could. I mean, you don't. I doubt he wants to tap out, but 7 drop could clear Bonnie and. No, you don't want to tap out for sure because then you auto lose. But
yeah.
I wonder what he's going to do with the Dawn. I mean, he could play another Queen, but another 2K.
Ooh, another 2K.
Kind of revealing. He should have comboed with the Ezo, but he might have wanted to save it for another blocker. Now we know the card in his hand is Ezo. He probably just wanted to save it.
Yep. I think that Kaido could have swung for 7 on the Zoro.
Yeah, I'm curious as to what he did, what he's going to do with his Dawn. Like maybe he only has 2 in hand, right? So is it play Queen and then Thunder Bagua? Like, because if he's just going to pass with a bunch of Dawn up, he probably could have just placed it better and forced the cards out of his opponent's hand better.
Yeah, this would be his 3rd Queen if he has one. That would be, it'd be really impactful for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm still not sure it would be enough.
No.
That Queen would have to go into like double Blast Breath. And then the last life be a 2K.
Yeah.
All right, so what are we going to see now? Oh, we're thinking about attacking with the Queen. Queen has to be an 8, though, or the Luffy doesn't go down.
Yeah.
You know the card in his hand.
I think he has a 7 drop for real because he just doesn't want to spend any of this Dawn. Is that King?
6 drop.
Okay, yeah. 6 drop King, killing Zoro. Yeah. You have 2 targets. Yeah, we'll kill Zoro. I don't think Bonnie's already gotten her value for sure.
All right, 1 card in hand. There's no way. I am ready to see how he gets out of this one. All right, so Law.
All right.
At the same time, Law only has so many attacks.
Yeah. He needs.
Because we know it's an Ezo in hand.
Yeah.
They're just off the top. Bam. Luffy. Let's go.
Luffy, yeah.
All right, that last card in hand could be another Blast Breath.
Yeah. Cool. What do you get off of Bonnie? Jet Pistol? Nah.
Yep, just 5. 5 at the leader.
I agree. I think it is a Blast Breath. Like, your opponent has 1 card in hand. This either puts him down to 0 or it goes through. And then, like, he can't because in Luffy, you equip 10 to Luffy. So he has to discard this card.
He has to get out of this attack.
He has to get out of this attack. Boom. Yep. Now you can put Law to 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Do we get out of it? You're gonna.
Okay. Yeah, here we go.
All right.
6. Oh.
Okay.
Is that 11K Bonnie? Let's go. 11K Bonnie.
He drew Zoro. No, he drew. What did he draw?
I don't know. He has a rusher for sure. He
must have top decked Zoro like a savage.
He's just playing it safe.
The body went on. Oh, he top decked
Luffy. There we go.
Oh wow, the confidence of the Bonnie swing.
Bonnie win the game.
Last card in hand.
What's
the last card over? Come on, I want to know.
Let's go.
What is it? What is it?
Another King probably. Wow. Well, we'll never know. We'll never
it was another King. He just flashed it.
Okay, another King. All right. Well, that was good. I mean,
that was. Whew.
Yeah, it looked exactly like, again, you're flooded with cards you can't counter with, forcing you to go down to a really low life total in the early game, and then the like aggro combo deck can capitalize on that, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. We saw the Law player making a lot of really, really good plays there, using the leader effect to bounce back Otama or bounce back Zoro, and then just not play anything, so that the 10-drop Kaido just does not get as much value. Your opponent knows your hand is Zoro and Luffy. If they slam a 10-drop, they're going to lose to Zoro and Luffy exactly.
Yeah.